Keefer, report for Kids First. I am at the New Road School at the Moss Theater, where the nominees for Best Children's Album for the Children's Grammys are here to perform a family concert, and I'm here to interview them all. I can't wait. Let's check it out. What inspired you to be a musical performer?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yes.
You guys ask good questions. I've always loved music since the age of 5. I started playing piano when I was 5. There was a little toy piano in a toy store, and I started playing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, and my mom said, "How do you know how to play that?" And I said, "I don't know, I just do." So that's where it started, and I've been in choirs my whole life, and when I was 18, I started listening to jazz music, and that's what really inspired me to get into music and to become a performer.
How did it all start? Like, who said, let's make an album?
Well, he started writing these songs, and he's an astronomy expert. Rocky runs the observatory in Nashville called the Dyer Observatory.
For Vanderbilt University.
Vanderbilt University, and we were friends and had worked together on some other projects, and he came up to me and said, I've got these songs started, and I've always wanted to do a children's album on astronomy that would teach kids a lot of information packed into these little songs, and so we did, and it's been amazing.
I understand that this music was inspired and collaborated with your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
How did this journey change you?
Well, I started writing these songs when my daughter was in the hospital. She was diagnosed with leukemia, which is a kind of cancer, in 2012. And I brought my guitar in and we started writing songs together. So it was a very personal project. And then I kept writing songs and to sort of work through some of the issues. There's a lot of issues around being sick and what that's like. And I ended up with a group of songs that seemed like they might be useful to other kids who are going through difficult times.
Can you explain your relationship between music and children?
Well, I think music and children is a really magical combination, and I'm really grateful to be able to spend so much of my life making music for and with children.
I hear you were a preschool teacher before all this. Did you see yourself becoming a musical performer?
Well, I played in a band in Minneapolis right out of college, and my day job was a preschool teacher. And I just started writing songs for kids in the preschool, but had no intention of being a children's musician. I was, playing in a grown-up band in clubs at night, and I found myself continuing to write kid songs after I left the preschool, and I made a record, went off to graduate school, was not planning on being a kids artist, and it kind of took off on its own. And then I was like, maybe I should do that. So kind of fell into it in some way.
You were pulled in when you thought you were out. They pull you back.
That's right. You got it.
What an event! Not only did I get to interview all the nominees, but I also got to see them perform at the family concert, where at the end, all the nominees went up on stage and sang a song with the audience. And it shows how loving and supportive this musical industry family is. And afterwards, I was invited to a luncheon where they fed us delicious food, and I got to meet so many amazing people there, including Francie Kelly on her album, Where Would You Want to Go Today, and Dave Kinoy on his album, The Best of Me. I even got to meet our musical expert, John Wood, which you can listen to him on our Voice America Kids Network radio show. So, on behalf of Kids First, I'd like to thank everybody who was working on this project, who made everything go smooth sailing, and I thank you for letting me be there. It was an absolute blast.